Hi, I'm Theo, and thank you for joining me for another guide. Today I'll be covering the Highlander Shaman, the Reno Shaman, which I've gotten to top 10 legend, and I've also finished top 20 with it. Now, what this deck is, it's really like a mid-range control style deck. It's one of the slower decks, and yeah, what does it do? It can win in multiple ways, in multiple different ways. So first of all, you have a ton of removal in this deck. On the early game with Pop-Up Book, got the Gem Session even with the new Spell Damage Totem that came back. With 2 AoE, we've got of course Lightning Storm, Thrall's Gift in the Lightning Storm, Aftershocks, Baking Soda Volcano, Altered Court, and in late game we have stuff like the Giant Tumbleweed, Reno, Ziliax. So all the way through the game, there's a bunch of removal. And then also there's like multiple ways to win with the deck. First of all, you can just outlast opponent against aggro decks. That's often the case against a deck like the Zarumi Priest or a Warlock deck, where you just want to stay alive. And that's how you win. But besides that, in the late game, there's a bunch of ways to win. First of all, we got the Hagatha, which got buffed with the latest patch. So now it is actually playable at 4 mana instead of 5 mana. And what this can draw is Altered Court. But generally, you will probably want the other two, depending on the matchup, which are Giant Tumbleweed, which is very good as a board clear. And then we have Wish Upon a Star, which, while it doesn't have extreme amount of synergy with the deck, it's really nice when you get it, because you can also triple up with it, with the Shadow Block, and then your whole deck gets +6/+9 stats. And yeah, that if you get that down, you're probably gonna win a game, because even 1-drops, right? Like a Shock Hopper becomes, instead of a 1/2, a 7/11. And yeah, for 1 mana, yeah, most decks can't really keep up with that, so that is one way to win. However, this is really only for the slowest matchups, because what you're in essence doing, right, is 4 mana do nothing. With the Hagatha, then you have 6 mana do nothing with the Shadow Block, and then you have 7 mana do nothing with the Wish Upon a Star. So really only focused on this, on the slowest matchups. And yeah, outside of that, just use the cards whatever you can, and don't really try and do this, because this is just one of the ways this deck can win, and not the way. Other ways to win is, well, Ignis. Like any Ignis deck, this weapon can just solo some matchups with the 10 mana weapon against decks that like don't have a lot of healing. You have the Highlander cards with the Dr. Holiday, which can get an insane amount of stats on board if you get it early, or the Reno. You can Ziliax, just even with Shadow Block, you can get 4 Ziliaxes, and yeah, if the opponent doesn't have AoE, this probably wins. Sometimes even you get a board early and the opponent doesn't deal with it. You can actually get Bloodlust with the Thrall's Gift, but that's pretty rare, but keep that in mind that can happen. Now, how do you want to mulligan with this deck? So it really depends on the matchup. For example, like, yeah, you'd think maybe Dr. Holiday, you want to keep it in every matchup. Well, it's not even true, because against some decks, especially some really fast aggro decks, yeah, you don't have time to play this. Like, your opponent has board, and you have to respond sometimes every turn to the board. You won't get this down. So if you're against an aggro deck, consider not keeping this card, even though sometimes you get it down. But yeah, often you have to really clear every single board, every single turn, and this is a little bit too slow. A card that you can keep is Gorgonev, though. This card is absolutely insane. Possibly just the best card in the deck. You can clear the board, and then you cheat 3 mana on the same turn, or you can draw a bunch. The opponent doesn't have a board. And then sometimes, it's pretty rare, but you can also use the deal 20 damage to kill a big minion. But that's pretty rare. What else do we want to keep? Like Hagatha you can of course keep in slower matchups. And then the early game, like, yeah, again, in a slower matchup, Fairy Tale Forest against a deck like a warrior or a combo deck, you can maybe keep Rat. And other than that, you probably want to maybe get like 1/1-drop. You don't really want both, just one. You can keep Pop-Up Book if you expect your opponent to play like an important 3/2 early on. Like usually like 1 gold pen or needle rock you can keep. You don't really want to keep both, I think. You want to keep one on curve and then curve out after that. You can keep stuff like Storm if your opponent is gonna build a board. You really need to remove stuff. Same with like a card like Aftershocks or Baking Soda Volcano. You really gotta keep the board empty against the aggro decks like Hunter or Sludge Warlock. Occasionally keep a card like Pozic if you want to kind of in a matchup where you want to pressure, because Against slower decks, this card can be really annoying because those decks don't really want to spend the mana on playing those bots. But if they don't do that, then it is basically a 4 mana 10/10. And then, yeah, the slowest matchups also, if you have like the Hagathon hand, you can maybe keep a Shadow block, say against the Warrior, then hope you get the high roll that we mentioned earlier with Hagathon, the Shadow block into triple Wish upon a Star. Now let's go to the matchups. What do the matchups here? So overall, this deck is pretty even, though maybe it doesn't look like it in these stats. But, you know, low sample size and all. What it does do, though, is lose to Warrior. So, yeah, this is not the deck you want to try and beat Warrior with. It's pretty bad, and it's the worst matchup. But outside of that, it's pretty even overall. And, yeah, overall, it has about a 50% win rate. So, it's a solid deck. Not super amazing, but definitely a playable deck. So, let's go over some of the most common matchups here. We have... would we say Death Knight is common? Probably not, but let's cover it anyway. So it often just still runs Plagues, so you don't want to make the matchup go very long. But generally, it's just a late game win con to win this matchup. Like an Ignis can win if they don't freeze your face every turn. Otherwise, just getting the extra stats on the board with the Wish Upon a Star can just be too much because they do somewhat of limited removal. Other than that, just play with what you have and kind of try to outvalue them. Demon Hunter, it's kind of still here again with the Shopper Demon Hunter. Yeah, just kind of your typical aggro deck. You just try and outlast them, try and stay alive. They have a lot of phase damage. Though if they're playing the Naga Demon Hunter version, you do have to be a bit more aggressive because they'll eventually just burst you down. But the normal Shopper Demon Hunter, yeah, it's really just staying alive. Now Druid, it's mostly nowadays the like the weird spell damage Dragon Hero Power Druid hybrid. And yeah, what you want to do here is just keep the board under control so they don't push that much damage, especially with those dragons early. And then late game, yeah, taunts are really good with the Dog Holiday because they want to hero power your face every turn. The deck doesn't have a lot of removal, it mostly has the swipes with spell damage. They generally can't handle big minions, so try to focus on that. Hunter, yeah, again, your typical aggro deck. Obviously, Hunter is really strong, but yeah, how you want to beat this is just early removal. Keep the board empty as much as possible with cards like Storm, making Soda Volcano Aftershocks, and just make sure that they don't get to develop and play Settle Up. Because once they play Settle Up, it becomes really hard to actually clear the board. And with Paladin, kind of similar to Hunter in how they play out. Yeah, they want to buff the board, so keep that board small. Priest, it's almost the same. Again, aggro deck that wants to get on board and buff some stuff. Same thing really as the previous two, just try to keep the board small, especially knowing when they get like the buff card, the 1-drop into Ziliax, they get a lot of health. So yeah, try to prevent that or try to set up a way that you can actually clear a bunch of health with say a Gorgonef into like a Lightning Storm that's 6 AoE that can clear most of their stuff. And then try that their Zerimi turn isn't where they kill you. Though it takes a while to get to Zerimi, so usually they don't kill you anymore with it. Then we have Rogue. Yeah, 80% win rate. I don't think it's 80% win rate. But yeah, Rogue, it's usually Excavate Rogue nowadays. And yeah, a lot of random stuff. It's kind of hard to play around it. It's a deck that doesn't have a lot of removal or healing unless they random it. So you can maybe try and focus on that and hope they don't get it from their Scorpion. And yeah, the healing weakness is also that, like with an Ignis weapon, they generally, yeah, they just die to that. Or you get too many stats on board. In the mirror, you really want to try and out-tempo your opponent, but also consider value, so you don't just throw everything on the board and get that wiped out. In this kind of matchup, you might want to go with Shadow Block for like a triple up on like an Ignis. Or of course the Wish Upon a Star, but yeah, Ignis, there's only usually going to be one red, so yeah, if you get multiple 10 mana weapons, that generally beats the mirror. Against Reno Shaman, yeah, you want to pressure them quickly. They're gonna kill you like turn 6-7 usually. So try to be as aggressive as possible. And then we have the Warlocks, a bunch of different Warlock decks. Depends, like a deck like Sludge Warlock or a deck like Painlock. That's really one of those typical aggro matchups where you gotta stay alive. Although you really gotta be careful with Sludge Warlock because they have so much damage that yeah, you do want to have some stuff on the board and pressure them so they don't get all the time to get all the sludges and then kill you from almost full health. And then we have stuff like the Fatigue Warlock or the Excavate Warlock where yeah, they eventually always win. So that's a matchup where you really want to be trying to pressure. And then lastly, we have the Warrior. Mostly Reno Warrior. Yeah, this is rough. They just beat you late game, like it beats every late game deck. And yeah, you don't really win in the late game. Like, yeah, you might get that triple Wish Upon a Star and they run out of removal. That's really, yeah, not happening most of the time. What often happens though in my games, I feel like, is that early on I actually get to push quite a bit of damage, because now with all their removal being nerfed like a mana, they might struggle sometimes in the early game. You can push a bunch of damage and then maybe finish them off with a Bloodlust. But yeah, that's the main way I think I've won against them. But generally, yeah, if they get to the late game, you're not winning unless you maybe have that triple Wish Upon a Star. Now let's then go to the other cards you can play instead of some of the cards I have in this list. Now, first of all, yeah, I've got the Lightning Reflexes. If you want a bit more value, a bit more discover, you can run this instead. Miracle Salesman, yeah, 1-drop. I don't think you need it in this deck, one of the few decks, but yeah, it's just a 1-mana 2/2. Can't ever be terrible. Yeah, Cactus Cutter, just another way to draw a card. And, well, usually though, you don't really play the card, so it's just a 2/2, but still, if you want more draw, you can have this. You can play a Flint. Just a bit more late game value with this. A Greedy Partner, if you want to get out like a Dog Holiday a turn earlier, or say a Wish Upon a Star. Trusted Companion, there's not too many tribes in this deck, so you gotta be a little bit careful with this, but if you get this early, like on the Beast, the 1/2 Beast, and then you buff it, you can draw the Backstage Bouncer, but yeah, there's not too many tribes, so I probably wouldn't want to run this. You can run a Wand Maker, because most 1-mana spells are pretty useful, because you get stuff like the Trials Gift or the Lightning Reflexes. I've also got a Viper here. I've got one in the ETC, but you can also hard run this and then maybe play something else in ETC. Probably don't want to be running 2 Vipers, that's a little bit too much. I've got a Sir Finley here, because, well, Excavate can be decent, though it's kind of too many cards, 5 cards to be running this. And the 4th Excavate reward for Shaman is pretty terrible, because, yeah, you don't want to be evolving your minions, you want to play the minions that you put in your deck. If you want to be a bit greedy, you can go Zola. You can go super greedy with Shadow Block into Zola and get 3 of them. Yeah, not really needed, but if you like greed, this could be an option. And honestly, same thing with like Fizzle. I don't like Fizzle and I don't have it here, but same thing with Fizzle, what you can do with instead of Zola. Then I have a Mechanum Guide. If you want to have this as Discover, you can play it instead of the Cyclops Forge. You need to have 2 Forge cards. So yeah, you always want to run the Hue card, the 2-drop. But this one you can run instead of the 3-drop Rusher, the Cyclops. Then I got a Speaker Stomper. Like, this can be good against the spell heavy deck like Nature Shaman, but other than that, it's not too useful. So I wouldn't play it, but yeah, if you really hate that deck, this is an option. If you don't want to be running Ignis, you can run Horn of the Windlord. You always want to run the Dog Holiday, of course. So yeah, you only want 2 weapons, I think, in this deck. So it's either this one or Ignis. And lastly, we have 2 Yoxaron cards. We got Prison of Yoxaron. Yeah, I feel like it got a little bit weaker with the latest expansion and rotation. So that's why I don't see it a lot more. But yeah, I think it's still an option. And then we have Yoxaron. Good late game removal for either a complete board or just a Mind Controller minion. Tentacles, I haven't really gone for that, because usually your hand is just so full that, yeah, you only get a few tentacles, so that's generally not what's happening. But it's definitely a card you could be playing, and I've played a lot with. And that is it for this part of the video. After this, I'll have a few videos with some gameplay for it to see how I play this deck. Hope you enjoyed the guide. If you did, liking and subscribing would help me out a ton. And yeah, enjoy the gameplay. Sorry, hands. The Highlander Warrior is the worst.
Show me your strength.
Screen to Zeddy. I bet he already is watching. Alright. It's kind of a good curve, but it's very slow. Hello, Jin, what's up? Oh, I was all Fallout. I got New Vegas downloaded. So maybe I'll play that a bit tomorrow. It's a bit slow. Bran, I think I won it too, because I didn't face that many. Is your favorite Fallout? Well. Oh, well, it's gonna be mine too. Oh, Giga modding, yeah. Bethesda games do get modded a lot. Seems like the strongest deck? Well, things may not be as they seem then. Oh, we got the nuts if we have time, which we don't. And we won't have time. I don't want to have a 4-drop here. Okay, never mind. But it's not gonna work in this matchup anyway.
Nature speaks through my tunes.
See, my whole video today was the best time was broken. Funny how it's not the highest win rate at any rank. But you know, Zeddy's gonna Zeddy. Just plays it. Hopefully we got a board clear soon. Yeah, Druid seems popular in this deck. Yeah, that buff to Woodland Wonders is pretty big. It's not being used in the deck they probably wanted it to be used in. Alright, that's my board clear. Oh no, do I even want it here? I'm saying I want a board clear, but is it really clearing enough here? Because it only clears 3 of them. I probably want it, right? Then we clean up the rest next turn. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good, right? It's gonna be 2 mana.
Too quiet.
It's 18 damage here. I want to play this, but then we struggle with dealing with the board next turn, which kinda sucks. 4-10,000 turn 2, yeah, it's kinda crazy, right? Also, again, there's a location like this, like, well, frees a lot of charges. Well, I guess it does nothing by itself necessarily. Well, on curve, yeah, but then we take what, 12 damage by playing it? Kinda hurts when I have no way to come back after that. I don't know, it's really annoying. Wait, oops. -2. Ugh, it's like, I can take damage, it's just gonna kill me with swipes in this. This is right up here, I mean, a lot of people seem to be playing it.
Shiny's only good for smashing.
Uh-huh. Good top deck. Play the board and heal. Game with Reno Warrior? Yeah, it depends on what they get, but how much your hand is, right? Like, sometimes you can pressure, like, if you get like Hackathon Shadow Block early, you can like maybe triple this. That can win, or just take this weapon can win. That weapon there. So let's go with my Shadow Block. Yo. What's happening with my Shadow Block? Also, I could heal 18 here. Oh, there we go. We'll burn a card, but healing 18 is pretty good. Although let's take another 5. Then I can Reno the following turn, maybe. I can also do this, but then we like healing. I think just get a bunch of healing this way. Maybe get even random healing from this. Just miss a top deck. Oh, that's healing. That's pretty useless. Yeah, let's see if we get some board. Depends on Reno, but yeah, it's Toxic Gunplay Holiday, but okay, I guess we have to Reno. It's probably gonna be too much. Zola, I mean, seems a bit greedy though. Like, in theory, yes, that makes sense, but then, like, wait, did he not have a spell anymore? Why did he? Oh, what? Let's just play it, right? Get rid of the board, get rid of the spell damage.
It's against me.
We burn up a book. Like trying to copy, like trying to build your deck around this is not worth it. It's like, don't try to do that. just yoink that. Man, it's like... I want to play my stuff, but I have to respond to these plays every turn. I guess I should, right? It's pretty good. Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay. Sure. We gained one good spell and one whatever spell. I can wish and start? Yeah, I mean, it's still the other cards, right? Like, in most matches, you don't even get to play this. Like the thing is, like, you think maybe Giant Tumbleweed it's bad to hit, right? But I mean, remember, you get Giant Tumbleweed with it, which is a really good card. Like, it's not bad to get that one. Like, I think people think that somehow you need to have, like, Agatha into the buff, into this combo. Like, no. It's nice if it works, but it's like, one in very few games. Like, maybe 1 in 20 games. Like, you don't want to focus on that. Oh, I can trade one of these. I guess Doc, one of these, and then... Oh, I don't want to kill that though. I will play Wish Upon a Star. This, Hero Power, Wish Upon a Star. Trade. I don't know. Maybe stop something. The others don't seem much more useful. Oh, I can also... I got a mini Loath up. I was like, just gotta, you know, think about the deck, like the game plan. Don't force yourself trying to do a specific combo. Just think about how the game and what you need in the game. Don't try and force yourself to play Hagatha into Shadow Block into the combo, because you basically lose like what, 16 mana by doing all that, or 17. Like. Spending 70 mana not really developing much. Generally doesn't win the game.
I know my strength.
I want to get hero power, but it's better to play this and clear.
You've been in tighter scrapes.
I think I'll buff the taunt. Yeah, we buff the taunt, so you can't just swipe past it. No, I guess it still happens. I can still better. Just let me take less damage to the face if he swipes that. Oh, come on. Oh, no Doomsayer, because, yeah, this decks don't struggle killing that anymore. It used to be that you could play it into a board, and then generally you couldn't kill it from hand. And then you stop their tempo, like, the next turn. Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore.
Who here can spell?
Wait, no, it's Frosty KR.
Anybody?
So he might get frozen a lot. I can freeze him. I can do this though. It stops him from copying shit, I think. No, I can't. If I do this and this, it's gonna be 3 more. I can still freeze. Also, how much damage? 10, 11, 13. Don't really have the damage. Maybe do just play it this way. Just make him only be able to play the freeze on the board. So you can't copy it at all. And it's only 1 freeze and then we clear next turn and we win. Hopefully. Okay, I don't leave, alright. Unless I get lucky with thickness. Let's ping my own here. It's a taunt though.
One shot is all I need.
Is this enough? I mean, it feels like we should be in a good spot. They could maybe discover an AoE spell with this rune, with this. But I have a lot of health.
Pick me! Pick me!
Arise and exalt in your pure form.
Everyone playing Reno Shaman? Everyone? Not sure about that. Or maybe because it's playable again and wasn't before.
Time's running out.
If you got that randomly, it's 3, it's not enough still. That's it. Ooh. Holy shit.
This trial must end.
Damn. No ranks for that. Jesus Christ, man. Attack the burst. Also, man, Hearth shouldn't be able to refill their hand. That's so silly.
Morgul versus Nemzi.
Not in my kitchen.
We keep Hagatha, we get the boards clear, but probably sludge. So it's a little bit slow. So we really need that early board under control. Oh wait, it's... what is this? Pain lock? Now I don't know what this actually is, but this is kind of good on curve.
SourceOfTX asked me, there will always be cool, dreamy cards in Hearthstone. That's part of what makes Hearthstone Hearthstone. But these types of cards can sometimes be disproportionately more fun to play with than play against. We don't want these kinds of cards to make up the most powerful and prevalent archetypes in the game, especially if they create metagames where player agency feels low. Are you serious with that drivel? Of course, there are fun cards in Hearthstone, but blaming them for your losses is pathetic. If you can't handle the heat of the game, stay out of the kitchen. Stop whining about dreamy cards
I think it's still
and focus on improving your skills instead of making excuses.
I think it's still kind of the same.
Play better cards, not the victim card.
Yeah, it's a lot weaker now, yeah. Got a bit over nerfed. I'm saying, looking at the stats, the Cyclic Rhyme Walker is pretty weak. Like, that's already among the weaker cards usually. That's the one list. There's not a lot of Rainbow getting played. So it's kind of hard to say. Also, the burning card teams are annoying in general.
Whoa! Too many cards!
Oh, this bullshit. That's not cool. Oh, burning, that is kind of good, maybe. So we get to go some go ahead on the screen now. Can you not copy them like? I mean, there's not really another way you can put the codes in the comments, right? there's the dog. Yeah, I see the Highlander goes off. But you can still just get it though. Like, he has like the aim back up. That's a good one. I mean, I can still get it though. You just have to select it and then go down, and then you get all of it. You don't have to hover over it, like the whole text. This line was the whole text. You don't just click and then hold here. You just click and go down, and then you select all of it anyway. What was this? It is reverbed. Getting reverbed. I want to play it though, because I don't really have anything else to do here. At least if he copies it, it's not that great. These other two aren't very good. Yes, I'm Dutch. Yeah, so you can do it like the old school way. You look at the deck list that I show in the video and then copy the cards one by one by one. That's how we had to do it back in the day. Why the hell does he not trade? No, this is my rank, yeah, that's why we're fighting. This is my rank. Does it go for red? I hope this is a good board. Yeah, I didn't see you did that, Zeddy, but I mean, links all seem to work. Yeah, you can have like the link, yeah. I saw that. Maybe let's do that.
Only good for smashing.
Anyway, we have lethal here. 10, 13, 19. Oh, it's close. It's close. So maybe just have to red then and try and well, what can I get of that? That's not enough damage. Maybe get the immune thing. Popcar, oh, that's not a big heal potentially gone. Oh crap, I don't know.
I can't hear you.
This was not the right play. Have to do something. I mean, the red was fine, just... Yeah, if we had like the immune card, you might not be able to kill suddenly. Well, the pop card is nice, because that means no huge heal with the board clear, maybe. Yeah, that's what I wanted to hit. That's the card I wanted to hit. Now this gets cleared. Yeah, at least Popcar is gone, right? Oh wait, I didn't draw last turn either. Should have done that. Snapshot, yeah, but he still has to draw it and then have the cards in them. But yeah, it's pretty bullshit.
Insignificant.
Guess let's just hope we didn't get it already. This Dragon's Power Druid deck, I mean, it's fine. Classic. That's more on the left too. Double AoE and immune.
A symphony of darkness.
Are we just dead now or what? No. Oh.
You win this time.
I know. Is Lady Darkvein gone, actually? Is that what's gone?
Morgul!
Yeah, you can climb with it, but there's better decks. And
Victory or death!
it won't just carry you, because the deck is broken. Oh, if I don't draw it, I get guaranteed Wish Upon a Star now with this. Two, and then... Three kind of sucks. I don't want to overload into Hagatha. Or maybe just go Turn the Tides here. I gotta get rid of that. Then we have Totem on 3 with 2 mana and this on 4. I guess it's better, right? Just use all our mana as well and we don't let him draw too much.
Candle much lighter.
I just don't draw a Altered Court or Wish Upon a Star. This is gonna be great. Whoa, Speaker Stomper in Warrior. I mean, it's almost the lowest set. That's a rat. Yeah, so now we should get Shadow Block. For sure.
Relax. Let's warm you up.
Never just Storm here, Storm trade. No. That's not a Storm. If I drop like that. That's a perfect player. Oh wait, huh. He messed up. Never mind, he messed up. He should have traded one of those. I mean... What elementals do I have? Not very many, huh? Got the Shockhopper. Guess I'll choose that then. Yeah. There's one elemental, I'm not gonna wait the entire game for that. That's a little bit annoying. Alright, why do I keep making this mistake? I'm playing too fast. Ultimate room? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Why did I do that? By the case version, I mean, that just seems worse. Like, you rarely get to do this combo. Like, it's -2, -3. Means you wouldn't have been able to do that. Play these 3 then.
I smell gold in them there.
Next, I get to excavate, but feels like it's just kind of worse.
Well, looking for a stand-up? Careful, it's against me.
No panning, yeah. He's kind of low on cards, and so if it stays that way, and he doesn't get discover draw of that.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Never mind, he just drew 4 cards. It would be funny to triple up on that. But he has so much health though. Oh.
Hey, you restore these for me.
Just hold on to that for now. Yeah, we gotta pressure him a bit more because he still has just chance just to play Bren. Yeah. Not much we can do about it, sadly. Oh, I can't use it now because I have this damn thing in hand. Oh, and because of red, I can't really use my thing. Yeah, but I have these 3/3s in his hand, so this has to kind of die first. Yeah, see how he clears it. Saxy got the hero power. Now his sanitize clears.
Off the top rope.
That always clears. Lucky. Next what? I'm gonna X my own minion. That's rat and then hit the boom boss.
I ain't talking.
Not bad. Not bad, hits. The only problem is now he's excavate stuff left. Maybe we can Zilliax that though. Oh yeah, these hits weren't bad. Question is how do I clear it? It's just tumbleweed hit. No value left. I mean, he still has Boom Ball, Zilliax, Excavate. That can definitely win. Yeah, hitting Ignis and Boom Balls is big. And whatever he may have in, maybe had in ETC. Oh, he has a clear. Either rush or either rush or AoE. I was thinking about that.
Can you feel the gift of the sun?
This has a sanitize. I think that's very bad. Yeah, good weapon. He's almost out of cards. Just have that one random card as well. Oh, he has that. Sanitize. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, never mind.
Nobody run from me! I'm wide open!
That's the days, and then he needs to clear again off the top. Or Ziliax, I guess, clears, and then we Reno. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's Reno. Now I just have to do with Excavate.
Looking for a standoff? Careful! It's against me!
No, that's the one I wanted. Yeah, it just has Excavate left pretty much, I think.
They're alive.
I could have gotten 2 rushers, but now we got 0. Oh, the cards insane these days? Yes, they are. Got sanitized, but no armor. Never mind. Alright. Now he has the Ox though. Nope.
Light on cards here.
Really lost card Ignis.
Impressed by my thundering display? This is the strength of the sea! Light on cards
I don't know, we
here.
have this, right? This combo hopefully deals with enough. Still, yeah, but the problem is then there's also Ignis. Like next turn. Would be kind of bad if he steals that.
I'm out!
He's not playing it. Like, I can't let him steal that, right?
I'm out!
What is his last card? I haven't seen like a Viper yet. Maybe it's Viper. Oh no, it's Speaker Stomper, of course. The last card. Let's go for all these Ziliaxes. Just it's a random card. So annoying.
If I could,
Oh my god, I can't
if
even use it.
could, I would.
Really?
No one will believe this.
Yeah, I was playing kill it.
The Titan's blade shall never die. Move fast here.
He's gonna survive now, right? I don't know. I don't know, we can axe it because we have this as follow-up to clear, or this one. We don't have time to axe anyway. Well, I better go with Summon 8. Like, it has no more value left. All I gotta do is survive and the weapon wins. I guess the Speaker Stomper, right? 8 health is perfect for this. It's annoying when he gets more than 8 health. Like that one, but I can kill it. Okay, I can kill most of these. Oh, there's this thing.
Turn down that racket.
And then he has a Speaker Stomper. So kill, kill. Alright. Big as they are. Insignificant. Oh, he's got one random card. And Blightstorm doesn't clear it. Deathwing, you... It's fine, it's fine. I can do this. This technically heals as well, though. Oh, we can do that then, I guess. Because he gets a random board, I guess. It's like a random board card in clear. I got this to you anyway, and that's it. Other rocks? That would be very impressive.
Witness the strength of the seas.
I got the roll, I mean, could have gotten damage. Whoa, 2 damage.
One shot is all I need.
Here, I'm gonna overload. I don't need to kill that thing.
Never give up. Run away.
Oh, we won. Let's go. Oh, all those win cons just gone. That felt good.